Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly guidance. This reading is going to be for all Scorpio in their Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign placements. Scorpio, I already shuffled the cards and laid out your spread. So, Scorpio, let's just get into your reading. Thank you all so very much for your continued support. I really appreciate it. So, Scorpio, your focus in the week ahead is you have self-love. Care for your body. Self-love and self-acceptance are the ultimate acts of self-care. So this is your focus in the week ahead, Scorpio, is self-care. So if you know that there's a need for you to take care of your health and you have not been doing that, this is the time to do that. This is the time to nurture yourself. This is the time to look after you, to have your own back, to be your own sounding board, to be your own support, to take care of you and have self-love, okay? Invest in you now. This is your focus this week. So Scorpio, your focus is you have the Ace of Wands, fire energy, the Four of Swords, air energy, mental energy, and you have the Eight of Swords, mental energy. So what I'm seeing here as your focus here is that, Scorpio, you're trying to go in a new direction. You're trying to meditate and think of ways to go in a new direction. And you're trying to figure out how to come out of restriction, come out of limitation, either in your mind or in your circumstances or both. And this is your focus in the week ahead, Scorpio. Now, in the recent past, Scorpio, you have the King of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands. This is earth energy and this is fire energy. Okay? In the recent past. So, in the recent past, Scorpio, some of you received messages from someone embodying the King of Pentacles energy. You received contact or communication. This is someone that I feel this is someone who has the Midas touch, someone who is very well off, is very successful, is very good at creating what they want in their life, has a lot built up for themselves monetarily, has a lot of creature comforts, and you may have received communication from this person in the recent past. This may be someone that you could have been in a relationship with or involved with at some point. This may have been someone that you did not have communication with before, or at least for a long time. Communication may not have occurred before, or there was no communication, like you restricted communication from this person, but communication was initiated with this person in the recent past for some of you. But for many of you, Scorpio, in the recent past with this energy, you had to manage changes, a lot of changes that came at you in the recent past. A lot of things happen that you had to adapt to. You had to manage some changes or adapt to changes in the recent past. Those changes that you had to adapt to, I feel, affected your money and finances greatly, Scorpio. Where you experience some limitations or restrictions around your money and finances because there were things that came back up, perhaps some sort of debts or commitments that just came back up that maybe you thought were at rest, or they were only temporarily at rest and now they resurrected somehow. These were either bills or collections for some of you. And so these things could not be avoided and they had to be addressed. And so there may have been multiple instances or just a lot of things were occurring for you in your recent past, Scorpio, that you just had to manage and adapt to. Now, in your present, where you are right now, Scorpio, is you do have this Ten of Swords and you do have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is mental energy and this is earth energy, which is around your money and finances or resources. And with this energy being what's in your present, this is you focused on resolutions, focused on trying to redeem yourself, focused on analyzing and putting in energy and effort into recovering and rebuilding what may have been lost to you in terms of your money and finances or resources. This is you at the present, focusing on the solutions, trying to come up with resolutions to all the changes that have come in at you in the recent past and forward. Assessing and analyzing it, seeing what you can do, continuing to adapt, seeing how to invest, how to now focus on seeing some sort of return and make improvements on your situation. In the future, Scorpio, you do have the Queen of Cups with the Eight of Cups in the future. Water energy, feelings and emotions. Now, you could be involved with family or relationship, but in the future here, this is you gaining some sort of enlightenment, understanding, truth, knowledge, wisdom. And this is you moving on from what no longer serves you. This is you understanding or gaining enlightenment or a realization that you are experiencing loss despite your efforts. And it's like no matter what you're doing to have this new direction, to relieve yourself of the restrictions that you are experiencing in your circumstances or in your relationships or with your finances or with just within yourself, you are realizing or coming to the understanding that you're not recovering at all in relation to the energy and effort you have been putting in. You're not seeing the results in measure. It's turning out to be, or it is for you, more of a loss than anything. And this is the understanding you're realizing here, Scorpio. And because of it, you're emotionally unfulfilled by all of this, and you want to move on from all of this. You want to bring this cycle to an end, because this shit ain't working for you. You're not getting the relief. You're not getting the improvements. You're not getting any fulfillment. And that's what you're realizing here. And because of that, you're focused in the future on how do you move on from this shit. Like, truly move on from it, because the way you've gone about it hasn't allowed for that. And so you want a new direction. You want a true new direction that allows for you to end the restriction and limitations. Whether this is within your circumstances or your mind, how you are perceiving it, or both. So your attitude, Scorpio, here is you do have the devil and you do have judgment. These are two major kanas representing your attitude here. And so with the devil energy here, this is about you experiencing trauma to some extent about your situation, about how you see yourself, about what's going on around you, for you, within you. This is you experiencing suffering. This is you possibly experiencing some measure of despair and depression. You could even be experiencing restrictions and bondage in your emotions and circumstances. You could even be exhibiting destructive patterns of addiction in materialism or temptations. You could be experiencing adversities. You could be even in your shadow, ego-based self, in your lower vibration, where you are feeling stuck, feeling chained, unable to find release, being weighed down by too many obligations, experiencing severe lack. You may even be teeter-tottering on lacking a lust for life, or even exhibiting wild behavior, having trouble overcoming and finding freedom. You could be having trouble with facing your fears. You could be having trouble finding a way to live more balanced with this energy of the devil. It's a very oppressive energy. You could be being very hard on yourself. Life could be feeling very hard on you. There is so much demand on you, so much responsibility upon you. You could be experiencing depression, deep anxiety, great amounts of adversity, difficulty being able to keep up with the changes or create the changes you need. Constantly experiencing tower moments, not being able to rebuild the way you need or reset in a way that you have comfort and freedom and release. And so with Judgment here, this is about you possibly trying to have a second chance, trying to liberate yourself from this devil energy, from this stuck energy, trying to have a rebirth, a renewal. You could be stuck in regrets. You could be stuck in remorse. You could be returning to the past that may have been very damaging and hurtful to you. Excuse me. Wow. It's like I'm losing my voice trying to tell you this. That's coming through, Scorpio. Oh my gosh, give me a second. Wow. It's like you could even been experiencing at your own hand procrastination, despair. You could have been making poor decisions. You could have been judging yourself harshly or seeing yourself as judged harshly by others. You could have been refusing to make decisions. You could have been trying to break free. All of these feelings, you could have sentenced yourself or been looking for results. And all of these emotions, all of this energy you're experiencing all at once, different times, that is so much to carry and deal with. It feels so weighed down and paralyzing. I almost can't talk. I'm practically losing my voice here, Scorpio. And so this is you. And it varies for all of you where you are in this. Some of you feel more oppressed at times than others. Some of you are sabotaging yourselves. I don't feel you mean to, but this is why self-love is required. You're going through the motions. You're going through the motions and you're not living your best life, and you know it. And you're tired. You want more. You deserve more. You don't know how to fucking get it. No matter what you do, there's some sort of restriction, some sort of limitation that's either going on outside of you or inside of you. But your spirit wants newness. Your spirit is so alive. Your spirit is very much intact, wanting a new beginning, a new start. You may have experienced a lot of pain and hurt at the hands of others, or a significant relationship that left you to be nothing, to be destroyed. And you aren't, but it fucking feels like it. You may even get mad at yourself because you're like, why are you still in this energy? Because you are better than that. But pain is pain, and hurt is hurt, and restriction is restriction, and those are vices. Vices that are not easy to break the chains to. And so being hard on yourself is another vice, another chain, Scorpio, that it's time for you to release and let go of. No more, no more. It's time for self-love. It's time for self-love. So here's your concerns, Scorpio. You have the Six of Swords and you have the Queen of Swords, air energy, mental energy here. Okay? Now, with this energy as your concern, as the influence around you, some of you could have gone through a divorce or a separation in a relationship with this Queen of Swords here. But in terms of the concern, you may be concerned about how to protect yourself, to protect what you have. You may be concerned about how to think of a plan, come up with a way to protect yourself, to build, to have that new beginning, to move on with the Six of Swords energy, to not be banished in these circumstances of restriction and limitation, or in all these changes that you may have difficulty keeping up with, or finding a way to rise above. Your concern is you could be concerned with a move, needing to move, having to move, wanting to move, not knowing how the hell to do that, or having a way to do that. But you're concerned about being able to feel safe, being able to feel protected, being able to break free, being able to come up with a plan that gives you this new direction, a true new direction that allows you to break free of your bondage. You want to be able to have your second chance. You want to be able to liberate yourself. And these are your concerns. You may be concerned about whether or not you're making the right decisions. You may be concerned about what to do at all anymore. And so your challenge, Scorpio, is you do have the 10 of Pentacles with the Page of Wands. This is earth energy and fire energy for action. Pages can bring about news. But with this being your challenge, this is you being challenged with having an obstacle of restoration, being challenged with how to create restoration for yourself, how to rebuild, how to build up your security and stability, your resources, how to even build yourself up. Because self-love is what's needed here, and it's been lacking. You have deprived yourself of that. Because you have not gotten where you believe yourself to be, needing to be at, you've seen yourself as failed. But what you've missed is that you are still here, and you're not out for the count. And you're not accounting for what you are able to do and what is getting done and what is working. And so your challenge is restoration, security and stability in your resources, in your circumstances, in your health, in yourself, in your mind. And you're challenged on how to go about that. You may even lack the inspiration now because you may feel, believe, and have done all you know how to do. But it still remains to be a challenge. Is to figure out how to find a way. Well, the first move is not to give up. I don't see you doing that, so that's good. So your outcome here, Scorpio, is you do have the Queen of Wands with the Nine of Wands, fire energy. This is fire energy. Action, desire, passion, creativity, tenacity. But you see here, in this image, she is crying with her eyes closed, even though she's holding her scepter with fire and she's in the dark. And so what I feel here is that for your outcome, there is a need here, Scorpio, for you to have faith, for you to submit to having faith. Submit more to having faith in the universe. You're not doomed. The universe is supporting you. And there's a need for you to submit to that. But also with this Nine of Wands, there is a need for you to accept yourself and where you are and to endure. And by you accepting yourself, by you showing yourself self-love and being okay with where you are. And what I mean by that is sometimes you got to have a sense of humor in the bullshit and laugh through it. Because sometimes smiling and laughing through your problems will work miracles over being self-critical of yourself. It just does. I don't know how, but it does. Try it. Really try it. See what happens. But with the Queen of Wands here and the Nine of Wands here is your outcome. There's a need for you to submit to having the faith. There is a need for you to endure. And by you doing that, you will be able to attain what you need. You will be able to persevere. You will be able to overcome. I'm going to pull 2 more cards on this. You have Death. This is you. Major Arcana, water energy, transformation and endings. And it's with the 3 of Pentacles, earth energy. Now in this image, this is, the 3 of Pentacles usually talks about building and things working, but in this image, these 3 people don't seem to be on the same page. They don't seem to be in agreement here. And so what I feel here is that you submit to having faith to the universe, to continuing to endure, to continuing to be strong, to focusing on your self-love, forgiving yourself, loving yourself through this, letting yourself know that no matter what this shit look like, it's still okay. That with death here, you will see an ending or some sort of transformation come in here for you that brings an end to whatever's not working, Scorpio. The end to something that's not working will happen for you. Or it's going to get transformed. Something that's not working for you is going to be transformed or be brought to an end for you, Scorpio. But there's a need for you to stop being hard on yourself. There's a need for you to not be your own worst enemy in your mind and in your soul and in your spirit and about your own efforts. Even if you're making mistakes. Who don't make mistakes? But in this moment, forgive yourself. Dust yourself off and try again. But this time, have a sense of humor about that shit. Smile, laugh it off. How they say, smile to keep from crying? Try that. Self-love. Take care of yourself. Nurture yourself. Be good to yourself. Do something nice for yourself. When's the last time you did that? When was the last time you went to the doctor? What health ailments have been bothering you that you are ignoring? Start there. Every time you wake up, you can begin again. This is not a race. Just do the best you can. We're in your energy now, I think, right? What is it, the full moon Scorpio? Something's got to work out to your advantage here, right? Hang in there. So let's take a look at your guidance, Scorpio. You have affection. With affection here, it says, love yourself. You are the ultimate act of creation, fashioned by the hands of the divine artist. Believe that. Believe that. Affection. You see? Self-love and affection. Okay? Don't worry about the people who loved you, who you loved, that didn't love you back. Fuck them. That's right. Don't worry about the people who aren't supporting you, but backbiting you instead. Fuck them. Love yourself. Nurture yourself. Show yourself love and affection. Something's coming to an end that hasn't been working for you. Something's going to change that wasn't working for you. to ease your burden. Stop being hard on yourself. Your new direction is coming. Hold on to that. And keep trying. Spirit is your friend. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.